Hello friends, Rev Ray here with Unity Village Unlocked. Today we're out in a location which you likely have not seen unless you maybe if you were out at the golf course. Today we're at the Powerhouse. Now the Powerhouse was built in 1925 and it had a very important reason. You see, in the early 20s, when they first got here and they were putting in the farm and they were putting in all this agriculture stuff, well, what do you need when you have plants? You need water. And they had some ground water and things like that. They had some little ponds and things, but they kept so they decided to dig to build a well to get water. Makes sense. Well, the problem is they hit oil. And then they dug some more and they hit oil again. And they kept doing that. Now, I'm not an expert on oil and gas, so I am not going to try to pretend that I understand the difference between the different things that they hit. But anyway, they hit all that stuff. Dead dinosaurs. And, while this was a frustration in the process of getting water, it was a great blessing to Unity Village. Because you see, they had enough oil, gas, whatever you call it, from the wells here on campus to heat the buildings down at 9th and Tracy at the original headquarters. They had enough oil, gas, what have you, to heat the buildings here, to oil the roads, to power the vehicles, and to even use in the boiler that kept the greenhouses warm. And this is an amazing a prosperity type of thing, right? The original property that Charles Fillmore and his sons were looking at out here in the Lee Summit area was not this property. That property was sold before they got a chance to see it. And so their realtor said, hey, come look at this other property instead. And that became the first parcel of land bought by Unity. And that is where the oil was. Isn't that amazing? And so I wanted to come out here and show you this because one of the coolest things about this building is it's got this turret on it. And you're like, okay, Rickert, because Rickert did all the buildings, right? Why would you bother to put a turret? I'm trying to get far enough out so you can see it. On a utility building out in the middle of nowhere, right? Well, you see, this was the Powerhouse. Like I said, they had the machinery in there that ran the pumps for the wells. And up here in this little Rapunzel tower was a water tank that they needed to cool the machine. So why wouldn't you make it pretty, right? Makes perfect sense. So these days, as you can probably notice around me, this building is used by the maintenance folks for various maintenance type things because the pumps and the oil wells here on campus haven't been used for quite a few decades. They didn't produce enough anymore. They have done feasibility studies more recently, and that still wasn't the right choice for Unity. But this little house, just like all these other great little houses around campus, remain as a testament and a reminder to this rich history of utilitarian buildings and utilitarian use, but also this belief that it could be aesthetically pleasing and a joy to look at as well as useful. And aren't we grateful that we have a little Rapunzel tower here at Unity Village? And so next time you're out on the golf course, keep an eye out when you are on, I think that's 7, maybe 8. Anyway, wonderful. Thank you for joining me for another Unity Village Unlocked, and I'll see you all soon.